Hello everyone and welcome to the video. My name's Ryan Kirkpatrick and today I am in Belfast, or to be more specifically, the Titanic Quarter, home to where obviously the Titanic was built. Right behind me is the Titanic Centre. It's a brilliant museum. If you ever do come to Belfast, I highly recommend you check it out. Also behind me are the cranes known as Sansom and Goliath, if I can get in mind. There we go. Sansom and Goliath, one of the tallest structures in Belfast. And right behind me again, if I keep panning around, is Titanic Studios. Titanic Studios are the company that filmed much of Game of Thrones. Obviously everyone loves Game of Thrones. And you're probably wondering, why am I talking about this now? Well, it's the 29th of September and tomorrow I'll be flying to London City Airport with British Airways from Belfast City, which is in that direction somewhere. The reason why I'm filming this now is because my flight is 9 in the morning. So I'm gonna have to go to bed pretty late. Pretty early. Pretty late. Oh, my mind is not working for me today. So I'm gonna get a few shots of everything around here before I head off to bed and have an early morning. And I'm pretty looking forward to this because I've been looking forward to going to London City Airport for quite a while now. So weather permitting, it should go well. I just hope you guys also enjoy the video and like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let's go. I can't do the hand thing. No. My best guess is that was some of the props used during Game of Thrones. That's just my speculation anyway. By the looks of it, it is. Hello, Samsung. It sounds like I'm saying Samsung. It isn't. It's Samson. Samson and Goliath. Sorry if I botched the names. I will never get bored of Northern Ireland. Never. Not because I see this as my second home. I have family here, but I've done so much. There's lots of places to see besides just the ones in Belfast, like the Titanic Centre. Obviously one of the most famous ones is the Giant's Causeway, which is, yes, it's brilliant, but there's so many other places, like the Walls of Derry, there is the Carrick-a-Reid Rope Bridge, and there's so many more that I just can't list for you at the moment. But I would like there to be more publicity when it comes to certain touristy things in Northern Ireland, because so far it just seems to be based on Titanic and Giant's Causeway, and there's so many other locations just outside of County Antrim that you can visit. This is a stunning building, and if you can't tell, it is the three bows of Titanic, Olympic and Britannic, the three most famous ocean liners built by the White Star Line. And you can even find some Irish dancers. And this is a Nomadic, and if you're a Titanic nerd like I am, you know this is the only remaining boat of the White Star Line. Of all the decades that they built boats and ships and warships and everything, this is all that survives. She's even older than me. For a very long time she has been stuck in Paris, and then she came back to Belfast. She came home. They restored her, and now she's a museum. there's a lot more to the story, and I would recommend you come here, along with the Titanic Centre as previously mentioned. Again, stumbling my words, I do apologise. And that there is the Titanic Hotel. I have not stopped there yet. I intend to one day, but right now, this old girl yeah, she's a stunner. But today is not about boats. Tomorrow we fly. Right, it is now the 30th of September, the next morning, around 4:30, I believe. Yep. And it's raining. Lovely. Lovely rain. I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, it's raining. And now I am off to fly to London City Airport. Hopefully the weather there will be a little bit right. I'm absolutely soaked. I've just walked it from the Premier Inn all the way down to the airport. I was planning to get the train. I got there, I looked at the timetable, and there was one about 15 minutes, and it never arrived. Looked on a different app, and it said the next one would be in about an hour. Now, I did not want to wait an hour in the rain with the wind just blowing, so I decided to walk it. And as a result, I am soaked. Absolutely soaked. But I'm here, I'm going to chill out, attempt to dry off, and then go through departures. And then hopefully have sunnier weather in London to dry off. So, let's go.
Safety card in your seat area, as this includes important safety information specific to this aircraft type, such as brace position and location and operation of doors. In the event of an emergency, low-level lighting will guide you to an exit. All exits are clearly marked and are being pointed out to you now by your cabin crew. Please take a moment to locate the nearest exit, bearing in mind this may be behind you. Opening the doors automatically inflates the evacuation slides. High-heeled shoes must be taken off as they may tear the slide. Please now fasten your seatbelt. It must be worn whenever the signs are on, and it is fastened and adjusted like this, and opened like this. Seatbelts must be worn whenever the seatbelt signs are illuminated, but for your comfort and safety,
There's one in the panel above your head. Thank you. Once we have arrived, we'll be disembarking all customers in small groups, so please remain seated until you'll see row numbers announced. Please also follow the safe distance markers within the airport terminal. Thank you. Welcome to London City Airport. The time is now 5 to 10 in the morning. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the fasten seatbelt signs are being switched off. Note it's safe to leave your seats. Take care of opening overhead lockers as items may have moved. They could fall out and cause injury. Before leaving the aircraft, please make sure you have your personal belongings with you and remember that smoking is not allowed once you have reached a designated area. You may not make and receive calls as well as use all data services on your handheld electronic devices. When the seatbelt signs are switched off, please remain seated and refrain from collecting personal belongings from overhead stowages until your row number is announced, as we'll be disembarking all customers in small groups. All of us at British Airways and the One World Alliance would like to welcome home our customers who live in London, and also to those of you travelling further a safe onward journey. It's been our pleasure to serve you, and we look forward to welcoming you back again very soon.
our ground colleagues who will direct you into the terminal building. Electronic devices including mobile phones must not be used in the aircraft. Passengers in rows 7 to 10 by the front exit. Thank you very much.
Thank you, have a nice day. Okay, flight went well. It was a bit early. Now, time for the DLR.